Alright, y'all. You already know what it is. Osiris Lourde. The Lord loves you. Thank the Lord up above on Instagram. Is it this right? Yeah, the right way. I did it the right way, y'all. Y'all can see Mrbeast is on the screen. This video is titled How Mrbeast Employees Are Destroying His Careers by A Bando. Make sure you go tap into his Discord. Very cool brother. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram, like I said. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Discord, TikTok. The Lord loves you. Make sure you follow the LordsGetShot.nyc, LordsGetShot.com. And, you know, it's not going to be a good day without the two heroes, Big Sausalito. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and run into this video and see what they talking about. Again, make sure you join up. A Bando. Shout out to A Bando.
Okay, so over the years, I'm sure.
All right. Now, I don't really know nothing about Mrbeast besides when he first came out, he just was giving people mad stuff.
Okay, so over the years, I'm sure we all thought that Mrbeast was one of the greatest people in the world. He was going around helping countless people, giving people insane amount of money, and just bettering all these people's lives all across the world. I mean, I don't even think it's crazy to say that this might be the closest thing to a superhero that we thought we had. He was literally helping blind people see again. But over the past few weeks, we've all come to realize that similar to most things in life, this was all just too good to be true. And the YouTube empire that Mrbeast would manage to build over the past years, it's all slowly starting to crumble, but this will all start with one specific person. But who is this person and what exactly did they do to cause all of this drama that's been going on recently with Mrbeast? Well, I'm sure that's probably why you're here, so welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button to join the travel with the big subscriber. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in the description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now, with all of that being said, let's get into how one person caused the downfall of Mrbeast. So throughout the years, we all know that Mrbeast had like this group of people who would consistently be in all of his videos.
With Chevy Equinox
my boy
EV,
Bando getting money now.
Go further in America's
he said I'm
most
getting
affordable
money
EV
now.
with over 300.
Yo, he got an ad. He said I'm getting money.
This group would feature people such as Carl Jacob, Chandler, Nolan, and of course Ava Chris Tyson. So those people, along with some various other characters who have been in and out over the years, were literally the essential part of all of Mrbeast's videos. They're the ones who really helped him scale his brand to what it's become. But now in 2024, it seems like one of those people is going to be the reason why all of this starts crumbling. And this person is Ava Chris Tyson. So recently, just a few weeks ago, a YouTuber would make a video completely exposing
the person that was
allegedly
getting crazy, right?
Inappropriate conversations with minors throughout the years.
What?
And of course, this would be a very big shocker to everyone because Ava has been like in and out of drama for the past few years. Or
Big Sausalito.
Controversy online, obviously because like she had transitioned. But every time people spoke negatively about her, Mrbeast was.
I was just about to say, is this a transgender? Oh yeah, this is definitely a transgender person. Not that there's anything wrong. I was just trying to figure out, like, I've just never seen a situation where it was like an AFAB person just does like something inappropriate. Not saying obviously that doesn't happen. Just very strange that someone in Mrbeast's camp that's AFAB is just like
always there to defend her and, you know, be the great friend that he seemed to be. But it would come to a point where Mrbeast would no longer be able to defend Ava Tyson for all of the hate she was receiving online because it was well deserved. So this will all lead up to July 23rd, where Ava Chris Tyson would put out an official statement addressing all of the rumors and allegations that was going around about.
Hold on, we're gonna read this. Hold on, go back. Cause this looked like something about hold on, we're gonna read this. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mrbeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. 50 million views. 50 million. 50 million.
Put out an official statement addressing all of the rumors and allegations that was going around about her. And this would be a series of tweets just apologizing for her actions and saying that this was all really just old edgy humor jokes that she was making back in the day, and that she will ultimately decide to step away from working with Mrbeast or having any association with Mrbeast because she didn't want any of her actions to reflect back on Mrbeast in any way, shape, or form. This will all lead to Mrbeast even making a tweet as well the very next day. And the tweet that Mrbeast put out would basically basically be in response to Ava's post and just also addressing the allegations, stating that he had became aware of all of it and he was so disgusted by it and didn't condone any of it. And he took it upon himself to immediately remove Ava from anything associated with Mrbeast. And as of right now, this would end up being Mrbeast's last post on Twitter, because things would completely start going downhill from here. People would already start to sense like some fake energy coming from these statements, because in one statement that Ava had made, she stated that she was stepping away from Mrbeast because she didn't want her actions or anything to reflect on the hundreds of other Mrbeast employees, while Mrbeast would allege in his statement that he was the one that took immediate action to remove Ava from everything Mrbeast related. So with those minor differences in
I was thinking that
said, that will already make people look at this a little funny. And it's important to know when I say like the crumbling of Mrbeast or the downfall of Mrbeast, I'm not talking about his view count at all, because most of Mrbeast's viewers is like little kids and they probably have no idea what's going on the internet at all. Fact. So honestly, I don't expect any of his YouTube views to see many differences unless YouTube just stops pushing out his content. But things will only continue getting worse and worse for Mrbeast, because on July 24th, the same day that Mrbeast would put out his statement about Ava Tyson, a YouTuber named DogPack404 would upload a video titled "I Worked for Mrbeast, He's a Fraud." And this video,
oh yeah, I didn't want to watch that video. Can you please tell us though?
It will reveal a lot of shocking things about Mrbeast. And originally when I read the title, I was like, fraud, Mrbeast, like those two words don't even belong together.
I know.
Like, I genuinely
Bando, let's go. Tell me, bro.
That Mrbeast was like the only real YouTuber left on the platform. So when Dogpack revealed in his video that most of the content Mrbeast puts out is either fake or scripted, it literally hit me like a blue pump in prime Fortnite, bro. Like, this was probably the most devastating and shocking thing I could really think of. And a heavy point that he would hit on is that most of the contestants in these Mrbeast videos are never actually just random subscribers or fans. Most of the time these contestants are either his workers or friends and family.
I ain't gonna lie.
Of his
Hold on.
That would be impossible because he films with hundreds of...
Hold on. Before we get into this, I'm gonna let you know right now, if I ever get like Mrbeast that big and I start doing scripts and all of that stuff, and if my stuff is fake, you know what I'm saying, it be happening. If my stuff is fake and you release the information that my stuff is fake, first of all, you probably signed the NDA. Second of all, I'm gonna get you for what is that? For what? You're ruining my reputation. So you're basically you're slandering my name. And in the streets, you know what I'm saying? We're not in the streets, we're on YouTube. But something like this, you get a wedgie, bro. You get a wedgie. This guy got a whole, look at this. This man, hold on, let's go to this. This man got a whole, all of this. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of it is green screen and he's made it up and whatever, right? Bro, this is crazy that you went this hard to slander my name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you getting a wedgie, bro. You get a wedgie, bro. OD.
Random subscribers.
That's crazy.
Workers.
That would be impossible.
Shout out to A Bando.
Hundreds of random subscribers, right? Wrong. Let's look at this video. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend. So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to Mrbeast and oftentimes friends and family of Mrbeast employees or just the employees.
But does anybody even care?
For all of the people out there who subscribe to Mrbeast,
I just want to watch the content.
One day be featured in one of these videos. Unless you're a close friend or a relative of one of his employees, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. And that's a point that Dogpack would hit on a lot in his videos, just saying that Mrbeast gives a bunch of kids false hope, and that he also even promotes gambling to kids, but in a completely different way than we're used to. We're not talking about the same thing that we see streamers like Aiden Ross do, where they sit on a gambling website and literally gamble right in front of your face. The way that Dogpack would describe it in his video is that Mrbeast hosts multiple giveaways, which we all know, mostly for his candy brand Feastables, but in most cases to enter these Feastables giveaways hosted by Mrbeast, you have to go out and buy like a Feastables candy bar. So essentially you're spending X amount of money on that candy bar in hopes of winning something worth more or bigger than that.
And starting February 17th, for 30 days straight, we are going to be giving away $10,000 to a lucky customer who scans the QR code on the back of any news.
Hold on. All right. So Bando. I'm gonna let you finish. For sure. But that's like, and this is to everybody. This is not to Bando specifically. Every company does that. You buy something, you get a chance to win something. I can understand it's gambling, quote unquote, in a sense. That's what you want to say. But you buy Fruity Pebbles, it tells you get a chance to win something. And I don't know how much these chocolate bars are, but they're probably less. They're probably $5 or less. So to potentially win $10,000 spending $5, good enough to me. People be buying stuff just to win like $20. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. All right. So, but we're gonna listen to what else you got to say though.
New Feastable bar. $1 to a lucky customer who scans the QR code on the back of any new Feastable bar. So go give the new bars a try. You might win 10 grand.
I smell cat. That's essentially exactly what gambling is. Like, you're spending money in hopes of simply winning more money. And with Mrbeast having an audience that mostly consists of children, it's pretty easy to see how Dogpack came up with this idea. Anyways, after Dogpack put out this video, with him being a Mrbeast employee and being a pretty credible source of all of this information, this will only make Mrbeast even worse, because he was already dealing with the Ava Tyson situation that would spark all of this. And it's important to note, with this video being put out on the same exact day of Mrbeast's statement responding to all of the Ava drama, Dogpack would start off this video and even mention in the description that this video had nothing at all to do with Ava Tyson. It was solely just about Mrbeast, and this video was also recorded prior to all of that coming out. So I don't know if someone had some form of master plan to really just destroy Mrbeast's reputation and destroy everything he's built, but I don't think it's a coincidence that everything started coming out around the exact same time. But things wouldn't end there for Dogpack 404 or for Mrbeast.
How did you end up here?
Imagine a deli.
Work.
What do you do?
About a week and a half later, Dogpack will upload another video about Mrbeast titled, "I worked for Mrbeast, he's a sociopath." And this video will also end up going extremely viral, getting over 11 million views in 12 days. And this video will also end up going extremely viral, getting over 11 million views in 12 days. And
I saw
this
both
video
of
was
those
a lot
actually.
more serious. It had a lot more allegations than the last one. In fact, Dogpack would even start out this video by saying,
hold on. I saw both of those thumbnails. I didn't watch either one of those. I don't like cancel culture. That's it. I mean, if you did something wrong, you did something wrong. But I just feel like cancel culture is ass. Like,
there will be a third video coming out, and in that video, he's supposed to be talking about
surviving Mrbeast
allegation that involves Mrbeast and the entire company allegedly covering up some form of sexual misconduct in the workplace.
So I will just tell you, James, what will be in part 3, so you don't have to harass my people. It will be about serious allegations of sexual misconduct in the company and your direct involvement in covering up those crimes.
Mrbeast is not in the mafia, bro.
So serious with an allegation.
Mrbeast is not in the mafia, bro. Mrbeast needs to be in the mafia, bro.
This one was
y'all moving wrong
through, because during this video he was interviewing another former Mrbeast employee who went by the name of Jake Weddle. And throughout this video, Jake would just talk about all of his experience that he's had. I have
deeper comments about all of this
company, and these experiences were actually like terrible. He's done a video for Mrbeast that would never really get released with him in it because of how terrible this whole situation went. So about 7 months ago, Mrbeast would put out a video called "I Spent 7 Days in Solitary Confinement," but the original person who did this video was Jake Weddle. But Jake's version of this video was never uploaded because of how bad it affected him mentally and physically. In fact, it affected him so bad that even after the video and the challenges was over, he had to not only go to the doctor to get physical help, but he also even had to hire a therapist to get help with his mental health as well. Like, this entire situation was so bad for Jake that he was literally breaking down crying while he was telling his story. And to make matters even worse, he didn't get the full amount of money that he was supposed to get for doing this video, simply because he couldn't handle all of the torture that he was going through. He was supposed to be there for a set amount of time, similar to Mrbeast's video, and if he stayed there for the entire time he was supposed to stay there, he was going to get $300,000. But due to him stopping the challenge early, Mrbeast would end up paying him a little over $100,000, in which he had to pay $44,000 of that that back in taxes. So that left him with around $56,000 in MrBeast prize money, but he also couldn't receive that money for a few months even after the video was done. And he would really just talk about the horrible person that MrBeast is behind the scenes. And while Jake did throw in some jokes in this video to basically laugh at all the traumatic experiences he's been through throughout his entire life and working for MrBeast, this video was very serious, and it will also start the exact way it ended, with them bringing up some even more disturbing things about MrBeast, such as MrBeast even having a convicted predator working for him at one point. And when I say convicted predator, I mean he's actually on like the registered list, bro. Now it's alleged that most of the times this person was just completely behind the scenes of all of MrBeast's videos, but he did appear in a few videos himself. And you're probably wondering right now, okay, well, if this guy is a convicted predator and he's on a registered list and all of this, how did nobody ever notice him if he was in MrBeast's videos? Well, that's because in every MrBeast video he appeared in, he has something to kind of cover up his identity. Like in one clip that they showed in Dogpack's original video, this convicted predator was literally wearing a mask in some of the videos he appeared in. There's also no confirmation whether MrBeast knew or not that this person was an actual convicted predator, but it's kind of hard to say that he doesn't know when this person is literally wearing a mask in his videos. Now, other than the Chris Tyson situation, MrBeast hasn't replied to any other allegation at all yet, but according to a video that Lourde recently put out, he said that he talked to MrBeast and he did say that MrBeast has a plan to respond, but he's allegedly waiting until Dogpack drops his third and final video so he can just make one big response to everything that Dogpack said. And this is kind of like a smart thing to do, because you don't want like a Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation where you respond and then he responds with even crazier stuff and you're just fighting an uphill battle the entire time. But I guess this is a smarter approach to wait till every single thing drops about it and then just respond to everything at one time. Now me personally, I was a very big MrBeast fan solely because I thought that, like, you know, he was genuinely just a great person, but after all of these videos it seems like he's not. And the worst part about this is there's even more stuff that's about to come out about him, so we're just gonna have to wait and see what goes down. But regardless of whatever MrBeast says in this response that he allegedly has coming soon, I personally don't think nothing is going to be able to make me look at him the same way again. And it's crazy to think that all of this started with one specific person, and Ava Tyson. Now, I'm not saying that any of the things I mentioned in this video is Ava's fault at all, besides like the first thing that Ava literally did herself. I mean, obviously that's Ava's fault, but after that it's literally been like a domino effect of just everything dropping and everything just coming out about MrBeast, completely just ruining his reputation. And we don't really know what MrBeast is going to say in this response yet, but for me personally, I don't think there's nothing that's going to make me look at him the same way. Like, I genuinely thought MrBeast was like a great guy, and it turns out he's actually just like this super rich YouTube super villain. But that's just my personal opinion on this whole situation. As you guys know by now, the only opinion that I really care about is you guys' opinion, so be sure to comment down below what you think about this entire situation, from the Ava situation to all of the situations addressed in the Dogpack videos. Let me know down below your takes on the overall situations. And while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button to join me on my journey to 6,000 subscribers. Y'all been showing me a lot of love lately, and I'm be like for that. Thank y'all. Y'all going so crazy. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, be sure to give me a thumbs down. Any feedback is good feedback to me. And as always, I appreciate all of the love and support. And I'll catch you boys and girls in the next banger, man.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Bye. Have a good time. Alright, real quick, because I definitely did spill something and I gotta clean that. How do I feel about this situation? Basically, I feel like people under... Alright, first things first. The Ava situation, that's crazy. That, like... It is what it is. MrBeast and Ava, whatever that case may be, y'all needed to just separate like how you did. I personally feel like the statement Ava gave was good enough. I'm gonna step away. That could have just left it. And then MrBeast went and said what MrBeast said. That was kind of strange, but I mean, to protect herself too, whatever the case may be. As far as the feasibles gambling thing or whatever, feastables, man, I got crazy acid reflux, y'all. The feastables thing, basically, this is gambling. Everything's gambling. Cereal, cornflakes be having freaking things where it's like buy two get one free, things like that. Yeah, hold on, y'all. My fault, y'all. Need this big water. There we go. Cool. All right. So with the Feastables, that did the trick. With the Feastables thing, basically how I feel is, yeah, it might be gambling, but at the end of the day, like, all products usually have something, especially food products, where it's like, yo, you can buy this and get a chance to win something. So I don't really agree with that. Like, I feel like y'all dragging it on that part. That part, I don't really like that. I feel like that's dragging it, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. So if that's how you feel about that, that's how you feel about that. People have been buying things to potentially win something else, like, since the 80s, 70s, 60s, all of that. That's my first opinion about that. And then what else? The thing with the guy who agreed to take this challenge on and couldn't do it and is now potentially making Mr. seem like a bad guy or whatever the case may be. That's another thing that I don't like either, because it's like, you agreed to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, use $100,000, use all amp to do that, and then you potentially didn't even do it. Damn, this has to be fucking kicking right now. Then you didn't really do that. You know what I'm saying? Then you trying to make me seem like I'm crazy because you was emotionally disturbed. I didn't make you emotionally disturbed. You decided to do a task that was gonna make you emotionally disturbed, and now you're mad about it. That's not my fault. Unless I forced you to do that. We don't know if Mr. for some odd reason forced the person to do it, or they were under contract to do this thing. However, you're not gonna agree to do something, and then when you can't do it, you're gonna get mad at me because you couldn't do it, and then you want me to pay you all the money because you did partial. No, I don't like that kind of shit. That shit's whack. That shit's mad weird. So those two things, I don't agree with that. I can understand if you don't agree with the fact that the person didn't get the money that they were supposed to potentially get. But ultimately, bro, it's not my fault you couldn't mentally. It's not my fault that you couldn't do the task. I didn't. Whatever. So those two things. Mr. Beast is definitely not gonna fall from this, because it's two things. Mr. Beast is a sociopath. Mr. Beast is all of these things. You have to be these things to be able to do things like this. Like, it's just like people don't understand. Like, as long as they not saying, bro, it's a PDF, bro, like, everything goes. Mr. Beast would probably be a good politician or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not understanding these things. Y'all want these people to be a certain way all their life and still be able to do what they do, but it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. You think that Mr. Beast is really about to have 100, 200 random people show up to whatever he got going on to potentially unalive him? Like, y'all don't be thinking, I feel like. Y'all don't really be thinking. Like, and it's like, y'all can literally watch and watch all these people, all these rappers do these things and be like a certain way and then be applauding them, and then when it's like you find out, oh, Mr. Beast contestants aren't real, y'all have a heart attack. But mind you, like, your favorite artist is acting as an entire person. I don't like to give too much of my opinion. I feel like this might be the most opinionated video that video that I give my most opinion on. But I like the video. I definitely like the video, Bando. I just felt like certain things that, not necessarily that you pointed out, these are things that were pointed out, I just didn't really agree with them. But again, I am a little bit older, so I don't know if I grew up in a more ruthless time, because, like, to me, all of this scene, besides the Ava part or whatever, everything else seemed fine. It just seemed like bad business practices, or like things that people who don't do business would be upset about. You feel me? So it's like, bro, don't be mad at me because you failed the project. No. And I did the project myself after because you failed and I still paid you some money. But I digress. That's just my opinion. You already know who it is. Osiris Lord. Thank the Lord on Instagram. The Lord loves you. The Lord's gift shop.nyc. The Lord's gift shop.com. The Lord loves you on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Discord. I want y'all to have a good day. And make sure that y'all make your own decisions and think for yourself. And beware of these PDFs out here, man. Because this PDFs is getting really crazy. I don't understand why all this is happening. So, anyway, love y'all. Yesterday!